talk about the 30% rule. This will change, hopefully, your entire life. It changed my life. And if you're in your first year or 2 or 3 in your business, then I'll tell you the story about the 30% rule and how it actually, I made a mistake. I oversaved for taxes this whole time because I'll tell you why. The 30% rule is where you save 30% of all gross profits inside of your business, and you put it away in a separate account. So if you have like a small business checking account, you want to open up a savings account. If you already have a savings account, open up another one, and then begin to put away 30% of all gross profits inside of that account for quarterly taxes, year-end taxes, stuff like that, right? Now, here's the story. And here's how you can do it. If you don't feel like you can afford this yet, I'll tell you the story. So when I first started my landscape business, I tell about my friend Scotty, who owned multiple businesses, and he failed and got it back. And this dude ended up broke and working for me for a little while after having it's just a long story, but he's pretty much a millionaire now again. But it was an amazing blessing for me because we're working side by side, shoveling rocks one day, and I was just getting my business off the ground. And he's like, hey man, how much are you saving for taxes? I'm like, dude, I can't even afford taxes. I'm scared, right? He's like, well, if you don't pay your taxes, then a lot of bad things are going to happen. Like, I'll spare you the details. So he scared me, and he's like, dude, you better put away 30% of all the money that comes in for taxes. I was like, what do you mean? I can't afford that. All my customers would fire me, and I would go out of business and lose my apartment, and I'd end up homeless on the street, right? So he's like, well, it's a non-negotiable, so you better raise all your prices quick, or else Uncle Sam's going to come after you. Dude, my friend Scotty scared me so bad that I legit went out and I instantly raised the prices on all my clients. I lost clients, but I realized that my prices were so low that a lot of the clients didn't even care because my prices were so low, and I got new clients. I just went even harder at it, and I was able to raise the prices 10%, 20, 30% overnight on a lot of these clients, and it was hard. And I immediately we got an S Corp set up and a small business checking and savings account and all that, and I was putting 30% away. Well, by the first year, I was terrified, and I sat down with my accountant, and I ended up owing a lot less in taxes than I thought I would. And I said, well, what do I do if I have money left over, to Scotty? And he's like, well, you can give yourself a bonus, or you can save it for the next year or invest in your business. So what I did was I ended up saving that money. So I'm like, okay, I got to jump on this year now, or jump on the next year. And now I'm saving 30% of all gross revenue. And I was scared. I'm like, Scotty, I can't save 30%. I can only afford to save 20%. And I'm talking to my accountant. He's like, well, just save 20% then. Do whatever you can, right? And I'm saving. And then I got to the point where I was saving between that checking account, the savings and personal, I was saving 50% of all gross revenue.
More of the Untrapped podcast right after this. Looking to maximize your production in the field? Ballard Products has over 300 products that can help you get the most out of your efforts every day. Ballard Products. Whether you are looking to get a better cut, keep your gear on your machine, keep your expensive equipment clean and safe, or just get the most out of your machines, Ballard has you covered. Ballard Products. Jump onto our easy-to-use updated website at ballard-inc.com to get your gear ordered today. Keep grinding. Stay safe. And have a great season. Ballard. Make sure to use the code Keith10 to save 10% on our full line of gear. That's Keith10. This is Untrapped with Keith Kalfas.
Now, I wouldn't advise this, but I was so scared that I was going out and working 80 and 90 hours a week, and I worked 7 days a week for 2 years straight. Sometimes I would drop down to 6 days when I was on the point of like a full-blown physical, mental, and nervous breakdown. I was sleeping in my truck on job sites and pulling over in parking lots and just shaking at the wheel because I was terrified, right? And so the next year comes, and I had oversaved for taxes so much that I had literally thousands of dollars left over, and I'm biting my nails in front of the accountant, and I'm like, what's going on? You get the tax bill, right? You pay it. Oh my God, I got money left over. I've never had money in my life. And I'm like, what do I do with this money, Scotty? He's like, well, you can save it, or you can give yourself a little bonus, go on a little vacation, or you can, invest in some equipment, or you can get a jump on next year, right? And so I went on a little getaway with my wife. We spent like $800, went to a hotel room, got a jacuzzi, some dinner, but I was scared. I'm running, I'm saving, I'm running, I'm saving. And next thing you know, I got more money in this tax account than I have in my business checking and personal checking account. I'm scared. I'm still running 7 days a week. Next year at tax time, I've got thousands and thousands of dollars left over. And this habit of just obsessively saving, sad and embarrassed to say, out of fear, made me always have way more money than I ever needed, but always afraid that any moment Uncle Sam's gonna come and get me. My friend Scotty's scared. It was wrong, the things he told me, but it was right? He scared me in a good way. So I don't want to tell you how much money I have in my savings account because, well, I'm very proud of it, so to speak. I've oversaved for taxes, but it's not about me. This is about you and your success and your dreams, and I really want to hopefully inspire you. I was on the phone with Scotty last week, and I said, Scotty, you taught me the 30% rule, and I've been oversaving. I'm like, it's 30% of gross revenue. This has been killing me, man. I can't even do this. He's like, bro, I don't want you guys to get mad at me. He's like, no. It's 30% of gross profits. I was like, wait a second. This whole time I've been saving 30%. Now, I'm going to be completely honest here. I literally can only afford to save sometimes 15%. In the very spring, in a negative cash flow shortage, I couldn't afford to save anything. But once we come out of May, June, July, I'm saving like crazy. And then we also have, general liability, work comp, payroll, fully legitimate. But as soon as I can afford, I'm 20 and 30 and 30 and 30%, like obsessively. So if you look at all the revenue altogether, I'm probably not saving 30%. It's just for the most of the time of the year. The money, when it goes up in the high months and it goes down in the low months, I'm saving here, but in these high months, I'm saving all that out of fear, right? Just don't ever want to get caught unprepared. And so Scotty's like, no, dude, it's 30% of gross profits. So let's just say you make a 50% gross profit margin. Let's say you do a $1,000 job. And I spoke about this in my last video. I'll put a link in the description below called the 50% rule. And a lot of people in the comments didn't understand what I meant. They're like, no, it's a 100% rule. This is what I mean. The 50% rule is basically like you add up all the total costs of the job that you're about to quote. And let's just say you do all the math and the total overhead cost of this job is going to cost you $500 to do the job. Well, you want to times that by 2 and charge $1,000. So you're going to double the cost of the job and charge $1,000, which means out of $1,000, you're going to get 50% of that is your gross profit, right? I don't know why people are saying 100%, because they're saying that you have 100% profit. But I'm looking at the overall job, and let me know in the comments below, if the overall job is $1,000 and your gross profit is $500, then that should be 50% gross profit. So let me know in the comments below, because a lot of people are like, no, it's 100. Well, how can you have 100 and 100? That equals 200. Sorry, I'm digressing.
Stick around as Keith returns with more of the Untrapped podcast in just a moment. Hey, if you're looking for what is probably the greatest software ever to run your business on, go to getjobber.com/Keith. You can create proposals, invoices, collect payments, even track your entire business directly on the Jobber smartphone app. And if you want to get a totally free trial of Jobber right now, open your browser, type in getjobber.com/Keith, and if after the trial you decide you want to sign up with Keith's link, you'll automatically get 20% off your first 6 months. So what are you waiting for? Go to getjobber.com/Keith. This is Untrapped with Keith Kalfas.
So anyways, if the job costs you $500 and you charge $1,000 out of a 50% gross profit, right? You want to save 30% of that, right? So you want to say 30% of the $500, because the pass-through income to you, whether you got an LLC or S Corp, or if you're on payroll, whatever, you're paying personal income taxes. Let's just say you're like an LLC and you're not on payroll, right? Let's say you do $100,000 in business, and then, I don't know, let's say you make 30% profit. I'm not an accountant, I can't advise you, right? But I'm just coming up with numbers here. So let's say you make $30,000 and it costs you $70,000 to run the business, and you got to pay personal income tax on that 30 grand, right? Well, I'm obsessed with finances like this, and I'm always asking these questions and scenarios. So you would pay a tax on the 30 grand, of course, right? Well, according to the 30% rule, you should save 30% of that 30 grand, which is, well, let's just say it's 10 grand. That would really be like 33%, because 33, 33, and 33 equals 100, right? So 30% of 30 grand. Alexa, what's 30% of 30 grand?
30% of 30 grams is 9 grams.
9 grams or something? I thought I was saying grams. So I think that would make a little bit more sense. And in my experience with paying taxes, it's more along the lines of that. But still, just because I've been accidentally over-saving for taxes, I mean, I'm going to have a huge tax bill this year. We made more revenue in both the businesses than I've ever had before. And I've been on the phone with my accountant twice and had an hour-long meeting with my bookkeeper, getting all the year-end financials together and getting everything prepared. We're sending out 1099s. Payroll taxes are all settled up. We got some year-end investments, started a SEP IRA, a self-employed retirement account. We got some stocks, bonds, some crypto, just basic stuff that a lot of people have, and investing some stuff in the business. We need it anyway, so it's going to help reduce the tax burden or tax liability. But with all that being said, here I'm talking about the 30% rule. Okay, save 30% of all gross profits, because saving 30% of all gross revenue, that's insane. Because what if you have a business that's literally only a 20% gross profit margin? You have so much overhead and so many materials that doesn't even make any sense. So 30% of gross profits makes more sense. So this is what I want you to do. Open up a bank account, if you haven't already, a separate bank account underneath your business account, not on the personal side. Call up your bank or go online or whatever and open up another account. And this will be your business savings account. And immediately, right away, just start putting 30% of all gross profits. Now, how would you do this? Well, you could literally go in every single individual check that you get. You could do the math. That's kind of crazy. Or you can go inside of your billing software and find out how much revenue and you made this week or this month. You'd have to track your numbers to find out. Or you can kind of ballpark it. Let's just say you do 10 grand in revenue this month. Throw a couple grand in there. Keep throwing it in there. I would say that should be about right. I can't advise you. Me, I'm doing my finances every single Saturday. Saturday finances. I have a whole video about it. I'll put a link in the description below to the 50% rule and Saturday finances. Check that out. And then also I want to say pretty soon here, it might be out by the time you're watching this video now, but I'm coming out with a whole new program called Business Money Basics. It is powerful. We dive deep into all this stuff. Put a link in the description below. You can also go to keithkelfis.com and you'll see Business Money Basics, or click the link in the description below. It's an entire program and helps you understand all of this. If you like the way I communicate and you resonate with me, you'll love this online course. And I promise you, it'll just speed up your whole mindset and get you up to speed with stuff that we should already know, but people aren't teaching us. So what else is there? Oh yeah, check out this. Got this shirt. Lowe's just gave this to me. I'm proudly sponsored by Lowe's now, so I'll be coming out with some Lowe's content in my videos. And I really like Lowe's a lot, and we're actually getting a door installed from Lowe's next week here, our back screen door, and they have excellent customer service. So anyways, I'll be talking about that soon, and Lowe's is sponsoring the podcast. My podcast is the Untrapped Podcast on all platforms, including Spotify. Check that out as well. A lot of the videos that I do that are talking, primarily just talking, are turned into podcasts as well if you don't have time to watch these videos, and you can listen to it while you're working. So let me know what type of videos you want me to create. If you have any questions, and put them in the comments below, and I will address them. And let's get this thing rocking. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your success in your business. If you're just getting started, let us know in the comments below. We're rooting for you. If you haven't gone full-time in your business, this year could be the year that you pull the trigger and go full-time. I'm excited about your success. I know, let me know how long you've been in business. And then if you're interested in the Business Money Basics program, it's really, really, really powerful information. Put the link in the description below, and I'll see you soon. Hey, I hope you liked the show. And if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute and go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded, positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.